So I'm supposed to be in Florida today, and as you can tell by my background, I'm definitely not. Guess who tested positive for COVID last Thursday? This girl. Thankfully, my symptoms of COVID are basically non-existent. So I tested positive on Thursday and today is Monday. And actually, today is the day that feels the most symptomatic to me. And all it is like, it's a mildly uncomfortable throat. Kind of like I've been speaking all day when I haven't been speaking all day. It's currently 11:30 in the morning and like that's really it. And then I feel like a little tickle right here. Occasionally. My biggest symptom is actually that my bicep muscles are gassed. My arms are so tired that like the act of reaching up to push the button to hit go was work. And why are they gassed? Why? Probably exacerbated by the fact that I do in fact have COVID. But I was playing video games all weekend and I hold my controller like this. And so I engage my arms. Why can't I just like relax my arm? I don't know, but like that's my default. And so when you're sitting and playing Hogwarts Legacy for literally 10 to 12 hours in a 3-day period, it's no wonder my poor little muscles are gassed. But that's the plot twist that nobody needed. And yet here we are. So today I thought it might be fun / girl needs to get content out to share a day in my life, but with COVID. And one of the things that I actually did want to share with you is I've got some Black Friday stuff that I want to talk to you about. What better way to get all the information out to you than to just put it in a nice little concise video. We'll see what happens today. I really don't know. So here's the situation. Remember that choir that I was so excited to sing in? And it was a wonderful experience. We had, not this past week, but the week, last weekend. Not this past weekend, but last weekend. We had our choir concerts, right? 3 in a row of a 100-person women's choir, almost equally as large men's choir, and a sanctuary filled with people 3 days in a row, all in close quarters, singing. Expectorating, breathing heavily and projecting. So Tuesday rolls around. Tuesday is my birthday, the 14th. And I get up and I go to the dentist and I go get my Starbucks and I sit down with my Starbucks and I check Facebook and there is a post from one of the leaders of our board in our private Facebook group that says, hey, as of Monday, which was the day before, there are 12 positive COVID cases in our choir. And then underneath in the comment section, I started seeing, there was 6 comments at the time. Me too, tested positive this morning, add me to that list. And I'm sitting there going, well, crap. So I get up, I go to Target, I grab some new COVID tests. I come home and I take a COVID test, negative. Hallelujah, happy day. The birthday festivities continue. And as the day progresses, I see more comments rolling in. And then we got an email to make sure that anybody who wasn't on Facebook or didn't see the Facebook group saw all of the information. And then we got replies to that email from person after person after person, and not the same people that are commenting in the Facebook group. And so by Thursday evening, the tally was up to 28 people testing positive for COVID. And at the beginning of the day, it was people like in the other section, far away from me. And then it was the person next to me. And then it was the person in front of me. And then it was the person two rows behind me. And then 1 row behind me. And then 2 people to my left. And I'm like, there is no way I don't catch this. There's literally no way. Like, I don't understand how it's not a 100% conversion at this point. And so I tested the next day, negative. And well, first of all, we didn't go out to dinner for my birthday. We ordered in because I'm like, we're just going to be good public health stewards and not go out, because why accidentally expose a restaurant to it? Now, I was asymptomatic and testing negative, so anybody that I came into contact with should have in theory been fine. So great, fine, whatever. And now a week later, like I was in contact with the girls from small group the day before, and none of them have any problems. So like I was fine to be out and about, but I was just like, I don't feel right going out anymore. Wednesday rolls around and I test again just to be safe because we're supposed to travel on Thursday. Negative. Awesome. Cool. Everything is going on without a hitch. I must have dodged the bullet. Amazing. Thursday, I wake up, the day we're supposed to travel. The night before, we packed a lot of stuff up. My husband put the stuff that was packed in the car. I got up and all I had to do that day was finish packing up my things, take a shower, and we would be headed to Illinois that evening to stay at my grandparents' house. I woke up with ever so slightly more nasal clearing in my one side of my face. And I sleep in an APAP machine. It's not an abnormal thing. Like I kind of have to rustle things loose every single morning because I have air blowing up my nose every night, right? As I was doing things in the morning, something told me, my intuition told me, test again, test one more time, because I was going to my grandparents' house that night. And so I tested again, and that stupid sucker was positive. No symptoms, no symptoms. Once I cleared out my nose, I was fine. I felt fine. I was just doing what I was doing. I didn't feel tired. I didn't feel anything. Positive. Crap. So here we are. I've spent the entire weekend in my recliner, in the living room downstairs, and my husband has been living upstairs. Obviously, I'm upstairs now. My door is closed, as you can see, and my husband and I have been social distancing from each other since Thursday. It's Monday. I'm thankful for multiple things. I'm thankful that he is still negative. He has tested every single day, including this morning, and he is still negative. I am thankful that I have basically no symptoms to speak of. Like I said, a mildly questionable throat this morning, but I can't even call it scratchy and I can't even call it sore. It just feels like I've been talking all day. So maybe vlogging in hindsight's not the best idea, but we're just gonna roll with it. So my symptoms have been negligible. Amazing, huge blessing. If I had to have COVID, at least I'm asymptomatic. Happy, happy day. I'm thankful for the fact that we have a loft upstairs. So we have the whole open area, right? So my husband's been upstairs, but we've been able to communicate and talk and be in each other's presence the entire time, which is great because otherwise it would have been really, really lonely. So he is upstairs watching TV. We've synced up the televisions upstairs and downstairs so we could both watch the same TV show at the same time, things of that nature. So we've still been trying to do our best to hang out, even though we can't actually hang out. And he's been sleeping upstairs in his office because that's our guest bedroom as well. So all of that is happening. But the point is, the original plan was to go to Illinois Thursday, go see a show on Friday, Praise. We managed to sell the really expensive tickets we had. Drive to Tennessee, that's our halfway point on Saturday. Drive from Tennessee to Florida on Sunday. And today was supposed to be our first full day in Florida for the Thanksgiving holiday. And instead we are here. And we currently don't know if we're going to fly down to Florida on Thanksgiving, have a shorter trip, decide to stay home and just not, and go to Florida in January, which I'm not actually opposed to. I'd rather be in Florida in January and February than in December, quite honestly. So I don't know. So instead we're here. Welcome to Lord only knows what today is going to be. I'm glad you're here. Oh my word, fast forward almost 2 hours later, and that's how long it took me to write my Black Friday deals email that I just sent out to everybody on my mailing list. Are you on my mailing list? If you are not, you need to be, because that's where some secret deals, all the FYIs and fun information, stories, educational things, whatever's on my heart on a given week comes through into your inbox. So if you look in the info box below, there's always a link that says get my free mindful eating worksheet. You get the worksheet when you sign up for my email list. So if you click that link, that's how you can get involved to make sure you don't miss a thing. But anyway, I'm starving now. Because all I've had today is a healthy eating on the go bar. And because my husband and I have to make sure we miss each other, he texts me, oh, I'm going downstairs to get lunch. So then I gotta wait until he's done and out of there before I can go down there. It's a whole thing. But before I go downstairs to get food, I did want to tell you about the Black Friday deals that I know are happening, because I know this video is going up pretty much immediately. First, Soul CBD, which they're called Get Soul now, but I love them, I love them, I love them, and their entire website is 40% off. Yes, that's right, 40. This is not sponsored, by the way. I am an affiliate. I do get a kickback if you use my code. Thank you in advance for your support if you do decide to do that, but bottom line is freaking 40% off. So if you've been wanting to try the Dream Capsules, which are my personal favorite, my ride or die, I will be buying probably 3 jars of them today. Just so you know, I'm an active and avid user of all of these products. I also need to restock my husband's 10 milligram gummies, my 25 milligram gummies. I also have been using their Thyroid Hero and Gut Hero products, and I have been loving them. So there are so many wonderful things that you can get, all for 40% off if you use my code DIVA or the link down below. That will get you 40% off and it'll get me credit for your purchase. So thank you very much for that. The one thing that I did actually look up before I started filming was there's some Black Friday deals for Cultivate What Matters purchases, but I'm apparently not allowed to tell you about them until the day of. So make sure you're following me on Instagram because there is a gift with purchase every single day for Black Friday weekend, but they're all different and I have them all right behind me. You can't see them, but they're literally on my desk right behind me. And they're all awesome gift with purchases, like super, super exciting. So stay tuned for that. And FYI, you can use my code, also an affiliate, for Cultivate What Matters, Diva and the Divine, to get 10% off of your purchase. Really cool of them because I've been a user of theirs since 2014. So like awesome that they have discount codes for the people that have been advocating for them for years, right? But then most importantly, I want to tell you about my Black Friday deals because they start now, immediately, right now. So I have 3 deals going on for the Diva and the Divine wellness coaching business. Deal number 1 is buy one, get one 50% off single-use coaching calls. Many of you probably don't know this, but when I launched the wellness coaching business, I have like the packages, which is primarily where I do most of my business. People sign up for a 12-week program with me and we get to interact together. You get all the accountability, but I also offer one-off calls. So if you're somebody who's ever wanted to like sit down and have a conversation with me, pick my brain about something, have a discussion about your health and wellness journey, help you set goals for the new year. I've helped people create cleaning schedules for their homes, literally everything. You have the opportunity to do that without the commitment of one-on-one coaching. So the deal is if you buy one call at regular price, you get a second one for 50% off. So it is in a package deal. It's 2 calls for the price in the package. So they apply for both 30-minute calls and 60-minute calls. So you have to buy 2 of the same length. So it's like one 60-minute call, get another 60-minute call half off, and same with the 30-minute calls. The links to both of those will be down below. The links to all of it will be down below. So if you want an opportunity to be able to sit down on Zoom and chit chat with me for a little while, that's your opportunity to get the best deal and the lowest prices ever for my coaching calls. Deal number 2 you've already heard about, but it is not too late to get 50% off. That's right, half off of the course that I have launching in January, and you get to be a part of the people that give feedback for what kind of content, questions, struggles, all of the things that are actually addressed in this course that launches in January. It launches in mid-January, and I am so stinking excited about it because I am sharing literally the experience and the information that has gotten me from where I was to where I am with food now. Multiple desserts in the house, complete control of all of my emotions around food, absolute food peace and food freedom. It's amazing. So amazing that I wanted to share it with you, which is why this was my idea for my course. Here's the catch though. You have to be one of the first 10 people to sign up for it. And I know there's at least 2 people that are like, I'm going to sign up. I'm taking one of those spots. Don't get rid of it. So there's only an opportunity for 8 of you. That's going to be down below. The course will not be offered at this price. There will be a deal for launch week, but it's not going to be like this. This is the lowest opportunity. This is the lowest price opportunity for you to get in on this course. And then the third deal, and perhaps the most exciting deal of them all, in my opinion, is deep discount on my all-in 12-week coaching program, one-on-one. Here's what you get. I've completely revamped it. So people who have worked with me in the past, this is a completely different setup and I'm so excited about it. What you get is 6 60-minute calls and 6 30-minute calls. That's right, for the 12-week period, that means you and I get face-to-face every single week to discuss goals, action plans, and all of the things that one-on-one coaching entails. It's a process and I want to be with it. And I want to be there with you throughout the entire thing. Now, what this is not is macro coaching because I no longer restrict my food and track my food and have gotten off the dieting roller coaster. I help my clients do the same thing. We do have a tracker that has nothing to do with food for the people that want to track their sleep, their weight, their biometrics, like their mood and things of that nature. I have that for you, but it doesn't necessarily need to be a part of your program if you do not want it to be. I have some people who are current clients that I'm converting from macro tracking to an intuitive eating lifestyle, and so they still wanted something to be able to fill out, which is why that tracker exists. But my coaching program is now getting you off of the roller coaster and getting you on with your life, helping you feel empowered, helping you feel confident, helping you set goals and then create actions to actually achieve those goals. And I'm so, so, so excited to be able to walk with you every step of the way. So you get those 12 coaching calls and you get access to me via a messenger app that nobody else has access to me on. So it's a very, very cool opportunity. And I'm giving you the normal price is usually, I'm just telling you because you need to fill out an application. It's a commitment. It's an investment in yourself. What a great gift to get yourself this holiday season. Instead of $12.99, it's going to be $9.99. And that is the lowest that this package is ever going to be. As years increase, as things continue to change, that price is going to be going up. Way up. So take advantage of it now. If you've ever wanted to work with me one-on-one, now is your chance. A couple of FAQs. You do have to fill out the application, which the link will be down below. However, for this week only, you do not have to do the discovery call. I know people hate discovery calls, and while there's a lot of benefit to them, we do not have to do that. Only for Black Friday week. Only for Black Friday week. So if you've ever wanted to apply for coaching and you didn't want to get on the silly discovery call, that's fine. Then don't. And then I know another question is going to be, but I don't want to do it during December. Can I do it in the new year? Yes, if you make the purchase this week, we can push your start date until January. So you can get through the holidays. If you don't want me to be coaching you through the holidays and we want to start in 2024, I will accept that. We can have a start date as late as the last week of January. So all of the links to all of those things will be down below. I need to go eat some dinner. And by dinner, I mean lunch. So let's talk about what I'm having for lunch. Food has been difficult to come by in this house because I can't go to the grocery store and we don't know when we're leaving next. So I opted for a salad kit. This is my favorite salad kit from Good & Gather. It is the avocado toast salad kit. And I'm divvying it up into 2 separate containers because the whole thing is too much food. And rather than like having to go back into the kitchen and dig something out later, I decided why not just make 2? So we've got the greens, we've got the dressing, which is delicious, by the way. We've got cheese, we've got actual avocado puree, mush, whatever it is you want to call it. Then I'm mixing that up, and then because I've been really not stellar about getting my protein in, especially when sick, we've been eating pasta and things of the like, I decided to, we can't forget the little toasties, the little like bagel crisp toasty things, delicious, but they do get soggy. I added tuna into my salad. So I got myself a solid like 28 or 32, I can't remember, grams of protein in my salad, which was really essential for nourishment of my body. And then because my throat was a little bit less than stellar, I got my favorite soup out, which is the Trader Joe's organic red pepper and tomato. You guys, this soup is amazing. And P.S., not having to measure your food, also amazing. Just pour and enjoy. So I have my little soup and salad combo. It is a seriously gloom and doom kind of day, but I thought I would give you the inside look, the actual perspective of my little quarantine corner. I have been quarantined to this spot in my house. So the downstairs floor is basically mine. I've been sleeping in our bedroom, using our main bathroom, and hanging out in the living room, but like specifically in this recliner, because it is the furthest point away from the upstairs section where my husband's been hanging out. So he's been upstairs and he's been in the loft. So as you can see, due to the nature of our house, he's been spending time up there and in his office, which is behind that wall there. So we've been able to talk to one another, communicate, and all those things the whole time I've been quarantined since Thursday. But we haven't been on the same level. And if he is on the same level as me, it is very, very quick to like run out the door or to get something from the kitchen. His breakfast is whatever. And I'm over here in my corner, but I thought I would show you what days of hanging out in this corner and not really being able to clean my house or do anything has led me to. So first, I have an air filter right there. And then there's the big daddy is right there. So I'm basically in my own little like air filtered bubble when I'm down here. Let's see what else we have here. The lighting is wonky because everything is gloomy and doomy today. We have my favorite electric blanket. Y'all, This is also must be on because it's warm. Oh dear. It sure is on. So this is a Sunbeam electric blanket that I purchased from Target, and I have zero regrets. Let me show you why. I don't actually know how thoroughly I will be able to show you, but the first thing, I didn't realize any of these features existed, but when I purchased it, but there's a hand pouch in here. So like you can have your arms out, or like I had my video game controller in here and was using the buttons in this awesome hand pouch that's like very generously sized. But wait, there's also, look at this, look at this. I didn't know any of these things were part of it when I ordered it. It's a foot pouch. It's literally sewn so you can stick your feet in here and be surrounded by the softness of this blanket. I am so pleased. I've been living this just the whole time. This has been my view. I've been reading like this. I've been snuggling with the pup like this, although I'm trying really hard not to breathe into her face. Come here. Come. What's weird, so like when I'm playing with her, or when she's like trying to lick me, I won't let her lick me, but she has been hanging out with me, which tells me that I'm sick, because if she had her druthers, she would hang out with my husband, and every single day she has been hanging out with me down here. She will not leave my side, and if she does, it's for a very short period of time. She's just been my girl. Yeah, haven't you? Haven't you been Mama's girl? You've been protecting me from the evil COVID virus. Yes, you're such a good girl. Anyway, we have my mask that I have to put on if I leave, like past that filter, my iPad, the book that I'm currently reading, which I'm loving and will be recommending, Outlive, The Science and Art of Longevity by Peter Attia. Love it. It's thick. She thick, like textbook thick. We have my iPad. We have my water bottle, this little thing, which is what I use to refill Gracie's water. I usually just pour out of my water bottle, but because I'm sick, I'm not doing that, so she has her own little cup. And I did have my pink Xbox remote there. We have chaos of all of the toys over here. We have bins. You know why we have these bins? Because they were packed and ready to go for Florida. They were in the car, and then we unpacked them because we didn't go. And then those two blankets are Gracie's nest. And that's where she has been. If she disappears and is not hanging out on my lap, usually I'm reclining like this, and see, there's no, you stay there. She'll lay on my legs. But I'm not reclining right now. So she has to be on my lap. But she'll lay over there. If I haven't seen her in a while, odds are she's right there. So that's what's been going on. The house is in chaos because they can't clean. And today, for the first time, I feel a little bit of like weight on my chest. I'm like, oh good, awesome, fabulous. But it is what it is. So that's literally, I have barely left this spot since Thursday. So like Thursday I was actually from kind of active, like resetting things and like getting my little place set. But then like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I spent 95% of the time I was awake in this spot. I even have the TV angled perfectly in my direction because I'm the only one down here watching it. So there's your little insight into Brianna's quarantine corner. Good morning. It is the next day. I showered today. I washed my hair today. It's a good day so far. I didn't do anything else the rest of the day yesterday. I spent some time upstairs kind of puttering around. Like I said, I got that email sent out, and then I started sharing, things in different places, just making sure all of the same information was getting out there. I actually edited all except this clip of the video and the video from the little clip from last night, which I will show you in a second. But so like that's all I did. And then by the end of the evening, I was slowing down. I was actively slowing down, and which is fine. And interestingly, I'm feeling slower today. Now it could be because I had the audacity to shave my legs and wash my hair, while I was in the shower today. For those of you that haven't been with me for a long time, I have a disability where chronic fatigue is a thing anyway, and showering is one of the things that I find most exhausting in my day-to-day. So the fact that I was like, I feel good enough to wash my hair and shave my legs today for no good reason, just because I'm like, I haven't done those two things in a couple of days, maybe let's do that. It's great. I feel great. I feel clean. I'm in some nice cozy, but like I have jeans and like an actual outfit. If I were to leave the house today, I'm not going to because I'm still in quarantine, but I feel like I can go out today if I wanted to, which is important in something that I'm trying to get better at, which is, you know, getting dressed on the day to day, especially as a work from home and work for yourself individual. That is something that sometimes I just don't let go, that I don't do. And more on all of these sort of like shifts and things that I'm working on personally as goal setting season begins and continues December and January. So fear not, we're gonna get plenty of talks about like things I'm already mulling over for like goals and like big goals, and also like daily actions and all sorts of things, all sorts of things. But all that to say, I loaded the dishwasher. My husband and I have been switching off. He's been unloading the clean dishes and I've been loading the dirty dishes. I loaded the dishwasher. I took a shower. I put lotion on. I got dressed. And now my chest is heavy. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe that was enough for today. And I'm resisting the urge to just go sit back in my recliner for the rest of the day. Don't get me wrong, it's 11 o'clock, so it's been a slow morning for me, which is totally fine. Body's fighting COVID. One thing I will say is that my Oura ring that I've been wearing every night is mad at me. It's not as mad at me as it was the first time I got COVID. It was completely like, your readiness score is terrible and blah, 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 blah. The three metrics that have been a little bit out of whack for the last almost week, like some of them, the resting heart rate, so my resting heart rate has been high, which is not surprising because the one symptom I have been able to identify since the beginning of being diagnosed with COVID was when I exert energy, my heart rate goes up. And that has actually stopped, but I also haven't been trying to like exert myself. And today I exerted myself and my chest is heavy. My heart rate hasn't gone up, but my chest is heavy. So maybe that is still a symptom that's going on. So like the heart rate thing was the first identifiable thing that I have had. So that's understandable. My temperature has also been high, and this has only been in the last handful of days. However, my temperature is already on the positive side because it goes plus or minus 0, and that's because I'm post-ovulation. Aunt Flo, jokes on me, add insult to injury, Aunt Flo is due on Thanksgiving. So I'm in the height of PMS right now as well, so I feel freaking fabulous, even if I'm not sick. Yeah, so insult to injury, but it's fine. We're just gonna go with it. But my body temperature has been like higher than the normal level of higher because your body temperature rises after ovulation and it stays high until your period comes. When your temperature drops, that's when you know your period's going to show up. So it's a little bit higher than it normally would be. So it's mad at me for that, and it's mad at me for my heart rate variability. I don't actually know what that necessarily entails. That is the metric that my Oura ring dislikes the most and most consistently. So I do have some wonky metrics in there that tell me that my body is actively fighting off something, even if I don't have symptoms that necessarily say, hey, you're fighting off something. Today, my only issue is I have a heavy chest and a little bit more of a slightly deeper cough type maybe thing. And my voice feels like it's dropped an octave, but whatever, it's fine. So that's what's happening. Last night, after I hung out in my chair, I watched several episodes of And Just Like That, which is the Sex and the City sequel. And I've been behind on my HBO Max shows. I guess it's Max now, whatever. So I restarted Friends actually a couple days ago, which is like, I just needed my comfort show over the weekend, and Friends is my comfort show. In the comments down below, what is your comfort show? What is that one TV show or that one movie that you turn to again and again and again and it never lets you down? Mine is Friends. So I started season 1, episode 1, and I've been watching Friends. And then last night I decided to watch And Just Like That, and it's great. I love it. I honestly do. I love it. So I watched a couple episodes of that. My husband and I watched the season finale of season 2 of Next Level Chef together, which he had the sound playing upstairs and I just had the visual playing downstairs. And that was it. that was my day. I had some leftover buttercream frosting from my birthday cake. I bought myself a birthday cake from Lunds and Byerly's that had an extensive amount of frosting in it. So as we've been going through the cake, any frosting that like we didn't necessarily want or was extra or had fallen off of whatever, we put it in a little container just so whenever I had a buttercream frosting craving, I could eat some buttercream frosting. So literally like 2 spoonfuls of buttercream frosting was my dessert last night. And then I went to bed and here we are. And it's probably the update that nobody asked for, but literally this was the day in my life. And today, not gonna look much different. It is what it is. So travel plans and holiday plans and everything's still pending, but here's what I can tell you. Regardless of where I am or what I'm doing, Vlogmas is a-comin'. So get your hearts ready. Content might be a little bit wonky until then, based on whatever the heck happens here. There are a couple of potential scenarios right now. One scenario is my husband goes to Florida and I do not go to Florida, and then and his trip will be super short and that'll be fine, and I'll just hang out here and decorate my house for Christmas, which has been something I've been wanting to do since the last time we did it, which was 2019. So actually not mad about that. We do technically right now have 2 tickets booked for Thanksgiving morning to go to Florida, so I could end up in Florida. There's wild variations of it, so stay tuned, stay subscribed, because heaven only knows what's coming. But thank you for watching. For those of you that have known that I've had COVID and have been praying for me, thank you. I appreciate it as always. Take care, love you, and I will see you again very soon.